Gallstones are really cholesterol stones, but it's not because you're eating too much cholesterol, it's because of this. Let me explain. If you're new to my channel, my name is Jamie and I am a 15-year emergency room nurse and a primal health coach. And in this video, I want to talk about gallstones and what they really are and the reasons why we can get them. And then most importantly, how can we get rid of them? Gallstones, those stones that sit in your gallbladder and can cause some pain, cause some issues. Sometimes, like 80% of the time, you won't even have any symptoms. Maybe you have a nagging like little ache, or you can have some pain right back here, or sometimes you have pain kind of radiating up in here, which could all be leading from the gallbladder. All stones are cholesterol stones, but it's not because you're eating too much cholesterol. It's actually because you're not creating enough bile to break down the cholesterol. Well, what about bile? Bile is made in the liver and it's stored in your gallbladder. So what the hell does bile do? It helps you dissolve fats that are in your diet. For example, this is fat that you just consumed. This detergent is your bile. You're gonna mix it. It has emulsified the fat and basically broke it down into smaller fat particles so that it can be removed. The bile dissolves the fat, and this also stimulates the pancreas to produce lipase, which will take this another step further and break it down even smaller so you can get rid of it through the intestines. The root cause of getting gallstones is a low bile situation. That's the root cause. So why do we have low bile production? So here are some reasons of low bile production, and one of them could be an excess of estrogen. It'd be like women who are pregnant, or if you're taking birth control pills, hormone replacement, excess cortisol, which means you have a lot of stress, high insulin levels or hyperinsulinemia, which could be like insulin resistance. You know, that's why a lot of diabetics can get gallstones. This chronically high insulin levels will deplete the bile reserve. A low fat diet, because the one thing that triggers the release of bile is eating saturated fat. You're not consuming enough like healthy fats or saturated fats, your liver is not going to make bile because that's what's needed to break down the fat. So if you're on a low fat diet, you're not going to produce bile. Constipation, which can just back up the whole system, or is almost like what came first, because bile actually helps lubricate the intestine, which will prevent you from being constipated. Also taking antacids or PPIs, because you need acid in your stomach. That is very important. It's there for a reason. Acids in your stomach trigger the liver to release bile salts. How do you prevent stones or dissolve these stones? So to prevent and dissolve stones, you have to increase your bile production. Whether you just like need to fix the stress or the estrogen levels, or start a diet that's low insulin producing, low sugar diet to reverse insulin resistance, and then adding more healthy fats into your diet, and vegetables, like above ground vegetables is so important for your liver health. Increasing your vegetables is going to help increase your folate. Folate helps the conversion of cholesterol into bile salts. There's a supplement that you can start taking to help produce bile and help with these gallstones, and that is purified bile salts, because we need more bile salts to help break down the cholesterol. And a probiotic. Your gut can also help make bile as well. So that's why if you add in a good probiotic, that can help support the microbiome of your gut. A good way to help the microbiome of your gut is start consuming stuff like sauerkraut or kimchi or kefir or salads, green leafy salads, because that's going to increase your fiber and increase that folate. What about the bile salts? There is a supplement that I love and would recommend to somebody who has gallstones and trying to produce more bile. And that's the gallbladder formula from Dr. Berg. Not only does it have purified bile salts, but it has an herb called stone root, which will help dissolve stones. Plus it has some enzymes and acidifiers, which will help your stomach release its own bile. If you want to try that gallbladder formula, it is up in my Amazon storefront, which is up in the link in my bio. It's under supplements. So in summary, the root cause of gallstones is because you're not producing enough bile. So even if they remove the gallbladder, you're still going to have the issue of not producing enough bile. And even though you don't have a gallbladder, you can still develop liver stones now. So, which can go down a whole nother path and on the root cause of this, so you can educate yourself and look at things and maybe trying to change your diet to see if that doesn't help. Because if you cannot get your gallbladder taken out, that is going to be so beneficial for you down the road, because you can develop other complications from not having a gallbladder. And of course, I have to tell you to make sure that you are talking to your doctor about all of this, or if you're adding any supplements or anything like that, because this is not medical advice. Also, this still looks the same. It's still dissolved, it's still mixed. And it's taken me probably like a total of 30 minutes or more to record this video. So it's been sitting here just like that. That's the importance of bile. Have a wonderful day, and make sure you're liking and following and comment with any questions that you may have.